Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steve. Here we are back at it again after a really small short card yesterday. Back to a full game slate to start off the weekend. Not too much to say other than, wow, Ohtani, right? Finally got it done here. Oh, got some ads running on my YouTube here. But yeah, it's one of those that his longest outing ever, the complete game shutout. Pretty amazing stuff for a guy that, got ran into by a base runner, was a little bit sore, had a bad finger, but still getting it done. The Angels need to do everything they can to keep him. There, I said it. There we go. How are you, Ramon?
Real good, Mindy. It makes me think about the dilemma every time it happens, and what a perform. You'd think that pitching a one hitter and hitting two home runs, it was actually just done about, believe it or not, like 52 years ago by a gentleman on the Pittsburgh Pirates. I don't should have taken these notes. I knew you were going to come with this because of the great performance. And
right? Yeah.
pitchers have thrown shutouts and hit home runs before, even two in one game. So but not in the order, a one-hit shutout in the first game and then two home runs in the second game of a doubleheader. That hadn't happened ever before, or at least since the turn of the century. Maybe it did happen in like 1891. One of those deals where those tremendous athletes of the late 19th century were just out there throwing 100-mile-an-hour fastballs and hitting monstrous home runs like this guy. So yeah, maybe Artie Moreno. That's something that haven't really talked about in the whole we haven't. I don't know if they talk about him. I don't watch that much Ohtani coverage other than seeing how great the great performances. But Artie Moreno wanted to put the team up for sale late last year. So how much of that? He's already made a fortune in his businesses. He's made a fortune with the Angels. He bought him for $180 million, and now they're worth maybe $3 billion.
Right.
And it's got to be worth a little bit more if you have Ohtani on the team. So if you're a 76-year-old man like Artie Moreno, you could do worse for your overall legacy as a professional sports franchise owner. He's not, maybe he's done doing businesses, right? 76 years old, but why not why not pay this man $600 million and just whatever happens, with it, go down with the ship, go down with this guy, and just say, hey, because what really is Artie Moreno other than buying the Angels, and what's he known for as the dollar beers, I guess, was his claim to fame before he signed Shohei Ohtani. So and Mike Trout, but it may be in the end a legacy of, hey, we had high priced talent, we couldn't win, but why not try to keep your man Ohtani in a uniform his whole career or something like that. But what a performance. You guys are already talking about it in the chat yesterday. Ron just has all his money on
the Angels yesterday.
Yeah. Right. You mentioned the fingernail problem we talked about. They came out to get him. Make no mistake. They came out to get him, right? Or they put the question to him, and he basically said, no, not this time. I'm going for it. And completed the shutout and then hit the home runs. So awesome. Yeah, hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Steam with the Midwest Premier Sports Handicapper. That's Mindy Hahn. I'm Ramon Scott, responsible for our delay issue. But today, Mindy, I was watching the Women's World Cup, Mindy, and things got a little loose here in the end.
What?
And I couldn't come on the air because the game, they needed like 15 extra minutes, injury time, stoppage time, replay time. I'll see what the chat says about it if they obviously were watching it. But China gets a goal, a legitimate penalty. China converts the penalty to take a 1-0 lead. China was down a player. After in the first half, they lost a player. And so they were playing with 10 players the whole second half. Finally, Haiti, an underdog, starts putting a ton of pressure on China late, real late in the waning stages, even in the extra time. China defensive were knocking them over like bowling pins. They were jumping on their back like they were going for a piggyback ride. They were tripping them in the box. They were blocking them out like they were boxing out on the basketball court. And Haiti could not buy a penalty kick every single time the replay came back. No penalty. It seemed to be poor officiating. Quite frankly, yes, I was on the dog. Doesn't matter to me that I'm crushing these World Cup games where I'm not even giving them out as premiums. I'm putting them all over the network. Hopefully, you guys, I'm putting them in different videos, the different resources that we have.
Right.
These games are too easy. I feel bad if I were to put them in there as premium picks. So just been giving them out. But we started to come back on unders still, even though there was an exciting game earlier tonight. Just review them. Argentina 2, South Africa 2. That was a great game, but that was an underdog play that I had given out on the network here or in the Discord. I'm trying to remember where I gave that one out on.
Right, so now, much.
Other game today, England, Mindy, thrilling. Oh, gosh. They were just thrilling. They got their goal early, actually. They lost one of their star players possibly in the game, but they get the early goal and real exciting game. Wasn't that well played in the second half, but England gets the win 1-0 over Denmark. And then just moments ago, the victory for China, 1-0. I gave out the under here somewhere on one of our videos, I think it was, or in Discord. Just not as a premium, just kind of giving out everything. But again, I did like Haiti in that game, but under was my play that I gave out on the Tony's Picks videos. So hopefully you're catching all my different places. We have these. I do a leaderboard video similar to what I do here when we talk about the leaders, and I do
and you get replays video.
Yeah. So let's say hello to Blake and Mike. Mindy is the way. That's what they're saying in the chat after yesterday. Mindy, we had Ohtani. Team Steam had Ohtani.
That's right.
Yesterday. So Omar Chavez here, Thomas Lewis with us today. The dogs were barking. And so we'll see. We got 60 in here. So quickly, let's get on over to Tony'sPicks.com and do that little thing that we do where we just see who did well yesterday on the website, our little commercial. I mean, that's what we have, we have to do this here, but just
coffee day. All right. I like it. I love coffee.
Brett's here also.
I haven't had any yet today, too. Need to get that.
Doubles has been bringing us, he's been going to that card show. That looked like man, that thing was huge. That was a huge card show. Meeting some of his favorite stars. So Blake's asking about your golf game, Mindy. Lassie Loves here.
Yes, I like to play a lot. I'm not that good. I've taken golfing lessons. It's one of those like converting from hitting a softball to hitting a golf ball is a lot different. So I did have some struggles with driving. I'm okay with chipping and putting and all that, but driving, you would think I'd be good at that. Oh no, totally different. So I'm in the learning stages of golf, which happens to folks when they, get older in life. That's what they do. Go out and play golf. But it is a game you have to practice a lot at to be good. Like, it's hard to just be a good natural golfer.
Yeah, I think I might be retired from the game unless we go on a 100-game winning streak with sports betting. Speaking of golf, I did have put up some plays in our chat this week, Mindy. I put some
we better make sure we highlight and star these. Right, so you get into them.
Right now we're kind of live here with a couple of guys from the Discord.
Yeah, it was funny, Ramon. I was talking to some folks yesterday. They're like, well, I got the the two opens previous, I got the winners, but of course, no one would have had Brian Harmon, right? No one would have had him. And I was like, hey, my guy Ramon had him, so don't say no one. Don't say that.
Yeah, he was kind of getting a bad rap. I don't know if you're reading the follow-up to this about, just that Harmon, it was, remember I was kind of bragging about, I wasn't bragging about too much. I just kept mentioning it because, I mean, I had a 100-1 shot at basically a 5-stroke lead after the second round. And he kind of, I think Rom got within 2 strokes at one point, or somebody did, but he just went off and made a little run and made it kind of boring, actually, considering that tournament was like the third largest margin of victory in many years at one of the most prestigious tournaments.
Well, especially when some folks in there had really good rounds, right? I mean, broke records, I believe. So, it was pretty outstanding work by him.
Yeah, and the other thing being that he had kind of been on the cusp of, winning a major and also having tremendous, a string of strong results, kind of close, not really threatening to win, but just several top 10 finishes, top 20, top 10 finishes that would indicate that he could be live, and he still was a very nice price. So the reason I came up with him and my golfers this week Emiliano Grillo and Poston, who are just 2 and 3 strokes back right now, and they are at. I had them in pre-flop at 25 and 40-1, but I like to look at current form. I like to look at how they've performed maybe in that previous tournament and kind of put pieces together. So let's go to Tony'sPicks.com. and see who did well yesterday. It was Pravi on top yesterday. Hollywood Sam there. Seeing everybody there, but kind of the crew here a little bit. All due respect to our cappers. So there's Hollywood Sam, Collins Brown, Anika Sharma, Nick Lagarettos, Tim Irwin. Man, great day there. Combine all those records up and you have a pretty fine day. Nick Vartini, Vinny. There's some representation. And Tiffany, she was just 1-0.
Oh, there we go. Hey,
Tony was 1-0 as well. So, they held us together. And I think I went 1-1 in premiums yesterday. I did have the under, Mindy, in that Fever.
I did not. I like the over in that one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And like I said, we did have that premium winner on the show with Ohtani. We did something right. We went with Ohtani. And so over the last 7 days, take a look. Tony T. He's on top, and he's on vacation. I'll be filling in for Tony on his show over the next couple of nights. So check me out there. More baseball previews. Hollywood Sam 14-9, Tiffany Mans 30 and 23. Last 30 days, Tim Irwin, Joseph Schultz, and Tony T on top. Don't forget, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use the promo code Tony T at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages. Mindy and I are going to give you a bunch of free winners, we hope, in just a moment. But all of our best picks are going to be at the website, Tony'sPicks.com. Check out our multi-game packs from our handicappers. Tony T's got a 3-pack. Nick Bartini, a 3-pack. Tim Irwin, a 3-pack. Ben Ruhala, a 3-pack. Everybody's involved in baseball. Daniel has a 3-pack as well. There's also some $15 discount and introductory offers, or there will be. Hey, Mindy, let's get our plan. Best picks up there. We can get people to purchase ours. There's none up there yet.
So, right.
We'll do that right after the show. We're going to give you free winners right now in Major League Baseball. Hello to everybody. No, sir. Thomas, that'll be just on his baseball show here at Tony'sPicks.com. Jared's coming in with picks from the spa today. Good to have him. C. James as well. They're talking collecting. Butterscotch is ready to roll. I'm ready to roll. And okay, I think Tyrone also. Mike, hello. Sometimes the Royals, and there's breaking news. And hello to Solo as well. Breaking news, could it be? We'll get to it, but I think I saw the line wasn't ready yet, but the Oakland A's could be a road favorite here today.
Oh.
Maybe it'll be a pick and we'll cover in just a minute. Let's get to the picks here, Mindy, because it's going to be 15-game card. We got to get started right now with.
I guess. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. We'll do another 5-hour show like we did yesterday. 1 hour per game rundown.
Here, let me get the right banner. We got the Tigers and the Marlins here with Olsen and Garrett in this one, and pretty big favorite here for Miami, up to $1.50 now, and this total has been dropping significantly. I'm showing 7.5 under 20 most spots, and I'm even seeing 7 over 25. So this one's being hammered down pretty good on the total.
Well, I mean, I kind of feel like the Marlins bats have kind of suddenly come to life. So I think I'm actually going to go over that total. So I'm pretty happy with that one being steamed under. I mean, if I take a look at Braxton Garrett, has not been good at home. 6.06 ERA. Does have that high K rate, right? 10.5 Ks per 9 innings there. But he tends to give up the home run ball. Almost 2.5 home runs per his 9 innings. So I think this one gets over the total. I thought that the Tigers might go ahead and give the Angels a little bit of run for their money. They were able to score a couple of those. So I think the Tigers can do the same here again today. I'm gonna go ahead and go over the 7.5.
Yeah, I think make no mistake, Mindy, these two I like Garrett, but I like pitchers that win. The team wins when Garrett pitches. Miami's 10-3 in his last 13 starts, but you mentioned his struggles of late, a 7.85 ERA in his last 4 starts. Miami made fun of their losing streak a little bit. They've won a few now here, so but still just 2-9 since the All-Star break. Man, I don't know. I still like I've been on Garrett a lot. I'm going to be on Garrett here for sure. I'm going to take Miami, and I'll just lay a price. I'll lay $1.50.
Sure.
You know me, Mr. Chalk. So
not really.
Detroit's lost 5 of their last 7.
Here. Count Chocula.
Let's bring back the. Yeah.
I think we still should do a shirt with.
We're gonna hope. Yeah, that's a
Chocula box.
It's only funny to me, I'm sure, but
I don't know. I think it's funny. I'm sure everyone out there in the chat thinks it's funny, right?
JD talking about the total in this one getting steamed. I'm going to look at that and see. Maybe there are 7s all over now. Oh yeah. Well, I think mixed. I think there's still some 7.5 overs there. Oh, and I incorrectly moved the line. I was going to put 7. It's definitely 7.5 under 20 or 7 over. But man, I'm seeing actually a couple of books still keeping it at 7.5 under 25. So even that line that I showed there, I was kind of generous. So Mindy, you can get over 7. Let me do you the solid here.
All right.
No doubt, a 7 over 25 for sure there. But this one's being hammered lower, maybe because I don't know. Garrett's still got a 4.32 ERA overall. I'm still going Miami. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just go Miami. Mindy takes the over here. The steam did come in on the under, no doubt about it. But I don't know. Too far. I think the move's gone too far for me. I see where Mindy's going with that. I'm just not going to be going with it. Miami. Garrett's gone over in 6 of his last 9 starts. Okay. Pirates now on the road here with Wheeler. Minus $1.60 or so, maybe even $1.55. Maybe the moves on the Pirates here. The total is 8.5 under 15.
Where's Latifa? I'm going to go ahead and take her Philadelphia Phillies here today. They're sitting at about minus 160 as well. So you got to pay a little bit of a premium, but they have now won 3 of their last 4. They have won on the road, which has been really good. So I expect them to play pretty well here offensively. And it's one of those two that if you look at Keller, he tends to struggle a little bit. He gave up 14 runs over his last 3 games here, sitting at that 4.01 ERA. But here's the big deal. It's this, almost 4 walks per game, 769 slugging percentage versus the Phillies. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and be on the Phillies here today on the money line.
All right, Mindy, I skipped the chat picks on the first game. I apologize. Just was so excited there. I'm with you on the Philly. We're on the money line here, Mindy. Yep. The chocolatiers here. We're going to lay this one, I think, with Wheeler on the road. Keller, you mentioned the last 3 games. That's pretty woeful, and they went 0-3 in those games. He went 0-3 in those 3 starts. Pittsburgh's just 1-6 in his last 7 starts. Pittsburgh's lost 15 of their last 21. Phillies still in a good groove, winning 3 of 4. Wheeler. Phillies are 7-1 in his last 8 starts. So let's take him there. Hopefully nobody's mad on that first game. I'm sorry about that. Kind of want to go back, but we're already on this game. So hopefully all your picks are in there, everybody. Here's a run line for Thomas and Butterscotch on Philly. New Boy says he's on the under here. Bionics on the Phillies. And Solo's on the Bucks. Jared thinks the Phils can get 6 here. And Dre says Phillies first 5. And we'll take the Phillies here for a consensus play. Road favorite. Phillies are going one way, Pirates are going the other. That's kind of what it feels like. So we're going to have to pay the price here in this one. Wheeler, out of 3.88, kind of I don't want to say a disappointment. Philly's doing the job right now. They're in this for sure. Here we go. Yankees and Orioles. Garrett Cole on the road here, $1.25 or so. Grayson Rodriguez. Home underdog here, total 8.5, and let's shade this one now to the over at -115.
So did I hear a rumor correctly that Judge is going to be back?
Today is supposed to be the day, or at least he was. His status was upgraded for today's game to questionable. So I think we still need the roster move to make it official, but from all indications, if he clears that, I think he'd be okay. But I think his official status right now is questionable.
All righty. Well,
I think that's a fine sign. I mean, remember, we just had the same thing happen the other day. We said, look at the 2 Astros players were Altuve and Jordan said, oh, they're going to be questioned. They played, of course. So.
All right. Well, I mean, I think I'm going to go with the Yankees here, especially if Judge is going to be back. This is his deal. Might give him a little bit of momentum here. I feel like Stanton, he's been hitting pretty well. Still need Rizzo to get back on track. Cole, he's just always been, dealing here. Rodriguez has struggled at home a little bit. Does have an elevated ERA there. So going to go ahead and go with the Yankees and the better bullpen here today.
And, of course, Garrett Cole. So that's probably what I'm interested in as, yeah, sure. Yankees probably need Aaron Judge if they're going to get ready to do anything. But this is such a big series. And, he can come off that injured list. But you still have Garrett Cole. That's what I'm most impressed with in this game against Grayson Rodriguez, who, he's had some nice performances, but maybe he's hit the wall a little bit. ERA close to 10 in his last 3 starts, highly profitable. We know the Orioles are, been a great money-making team this season. They've won now 13 of their last 17. It's a huge series. Yankees have won 4 of 5. This is going to be a great weekend of baseball.
Right.
With our Baltimore crew here. They're not going to be happy with us because I'm going to take the Yankees here. Baltimore 30-20 at home. Yankees under 500 on the road. But here, to me, maybe Aaron Judge, but how about Garrett Cole versus Grayson Rodriguez right now kind of stands out to me in this one at a pretty okay price. I'm okay with it. And, I don't mind if our crews wants the Orioles here. We might be in a challenge mode.
We might be, yeah.
I think if Blake's on the Orioles. Sean Money's on the Orioles. Fernando's on the Orioles and over. And Jared said he's back. So I always, wait for that official. Vador Sports back today.
Hello.
Says, got another play for us here. Butterscotch on Baltimore. Oh, Jared says he's okay. I haven't seen any lineups yet actually become approved. So maybe I can get. I don't want to delay our broadcast, but man, that would be really early. I usually don't. As someone who waits until the last, watching lineups for a living, I have never seen the lineups. But it could be a quote where it says that he will be in the lineup. That's maybe what Jared's referring to. Baltimore first. What is this? Baltimore first 5 for Thomas. New Boy says over. Dre says over. One. I was hoping, Dre just say, hey, I'm Orioles. So money line. And Luis says he's back. I think we all agree he's going to be back, but all right. Rodney Barton today is here, and he's going to be on the Orioles big in this one in game 1. Emmanuel Mbatu is here. He's got the under in this one. And looking at that, 8.5, I'm kind of maybe with Emmanuel here. And all right, Mindy, we got another play. We're going to take the Yankees. We got out of that one. We're definitely the only ones on the Yankees. I'm pretty sure, and that whole sequence. So right. It's a challenge officially here, but I don't mind. I mean, the Yankees are supposed to be the most popular team, but we don't. I don't know. We have any Yankee fans in our regular viewers? Our chat crew, anyway.
Well, Top G Network, I know, but I haven't seen him. I don't know. What is Fernando like? Lives in New York as well, right? But I think right now he's just a full-time Brewers fan.
You're awesome with that stuff. Angel, got one of those photographic minds. Angels and Blue Jays. They were talking about in the chat. I just didn't want to get too involved early because I knew the game was coming up right away. So I guess, Mindy, this was kind of a case of hey, how soon can you be here? Because we're starting on Friday.
Hey, we want to put you in the lineup in like 2 days. Right?
The trade was like less than 48 hours ago, right? Maybe it was 72. It just seemed like it, with yesterday being a dead day. So he's there. Look, Jailer's got 3.79 ERA, and now he's going to get to pitch maybe in a better ballpark. Maybe not here in this one in Toronto on the road, but in general, right? For a guy like Giolito, he's suffered a lot of losses in that White Sox uniform. Nothing to indicate it's going to be any better with the Angels. Yeah, the Angels are better. So yes, but can it be a complete turnaround? The Angels are proving what they are saying right now. We're going for it. We keep Ohtani. We'll add a pitcher. Probably not enough, but it's a nice gesture, and they've got a pitcher that certainly can still perform.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be a good one here today. I don't know if adding Giolito might give them a little bit more of a little needed boost that they need. I mean, right now they're playing pretty well. I think 8-2 straight up in their last 10. You did have a Tiger series in there nonetheless, but still, you got to beat everyone. The Angels are hitting like 260 after the All-Star break. But for me, it's kind of more about like what we look at with Kevin Gausman, right? We know that he pitches well, but against the Angels, he does struggle a little bit. He gives up a 506 slugging percentage against them, so he does get hit hard. And now you have a streaky team like the Angels that might be able to get to him here a little bit. So for me, I'm taking the Angels on the run line here today.
All right, Mindy says, take the Angels with their new acquired arm. Lucas Giolito. Hey, we wasn't pitching that well, but man, it just seemed like with the White, like when he'd pitch well, he wouldn't get the wins, and then sometimes he didn't have a great outing. So at 8.5, I'm going under here in this one. We'll see. I think it's a good move. How can it not be? But Gausman, 3.52 in his last 4 starts. The Blue Jays have gone under in 14 of their last 19 games. Make no mistake, the Angels have been going over because of their offense has really been picking it up. During that streak, Mindy, you mentioned the 9 wins in the last 11 games, but Giolito under in 12 of his last 19. We'll see if that was a byproduct of playing with the Sox or his good pitching too, keeping him in games. So let me go over the chat. Kay's a Yankee fan. Oh, okay. Tyrone's a Yankee. Oh no, maybe Tyrone. He was on the picks there. Right? Kind of like me and Tyrone and I, we're on half the teams half the time.
Right. I mean, that's like a good strategy.
What a sports better is, right? Ron Hahn says, give me the Blue Jays -1.5. And Sean, I think Mindy sees the way I do on that other game about the pitching. Judge. Look, we might be talking tomorrow like we do sometimes, not comparing Judge to Ohtani, but we might be going, well, he came back and he hit a home run and they won. Hey, look, Rich Rose is here. He's talking about the Yankees, but I just want to say shout out to Rich Rose joining us. I don't think we've met. Welcome.
Yeah, we're finding out who the Yankee fans are. Jared's a Yankee fan. Berkey, also part Padres, part Yankees fan. There we go.
Aaron Clark joining us today for the first time live. Thank you. Or live again. Maybe he has chimed in before, but he's a frequent viewer, listener. So thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. You guys have been a big part of our growth here that Mindy and I have been seeing over the last month or so that have resulted in our new record. So thanks to all you guys. Thomas Lewis. I want to also shout out to Thomas Lewis, Mindy, as I show the pics here. I don't know if you noticed this, Mindy, but ever since Thomas Lewis mentioned Tupperware in the chat, Tupperware went up like 250%. The stock went up 250%.
Well, remember how he kind of talks about us being like his sports betting advisors? I feel like maybe he's our stock advisor now. I
don't know why I was checking it out. I just was like Tupperware, because remember we were talking like, where does Tupperware do anything? Where do they stand in the world anymore? Does anybody use it? I mean, we all still have some form of like, seal top plastic things that aren't Tupperware. It's so common, right?
Yeah, like the Gladlock or whatever.
If you're cheap like me, the ones from the store that had the lunch meat in them or whatever.
That's what you
right?
use.
So I go and look at it and like. I'm like, ever since Thomas Lewis mentioned Tupperware on the air, it's gone up. I think it was up like 350, and then it went back down.
Do you still have that on your phone? I'll show the little chart. That was wild.
I think Thomas Lewis in our chat. Okay. Hope you guys got all those plays in the Angel game. All right.
You see that green line?
There it is. I showed it to Mindy. It was kind of.
Look at that. Look at what Thomas Lewis did.
Thomas Lewis. All right.
I mean, it went up 374% in the last week.
Is that the next GameStop or the next AMC? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like the little.
Remember that a couple of years ago?
Stuff that everyone got busted
right out of the pandemic, and everybody was, blowing up these stocks that crashed over the last 10 years with these businesses that have no place in society anymore. I don't know. I'm just kidding. GameStop. There's one right around the corner. Okay. JJ, hey, happy to see you as well. All right, we got that one out of the way. And yeah, we got WNBA. Stay tuned.
That's right. We'll be there.
We might be off the air with stock talk here. The way these guys are trying to pump up Tupperware, we might be the next viral stock show here. All right, let's go move on. Mindy's on the Angels. I'm on the under in that one. All right, Guardians and the White Sox. I think it will be Xavier Curry. Did I say it right, Mindy? He's got the X. He's got the Z.
That's it. That's how you do it.
I don't think you need an X, or I think you can use just one of those letters. I think is what people were saying. But Curry, Xavier Curry and Tukey Tucson, you can't do a better job of these guys might not be able to pitch, but they've got some.
Kind of sounds like a comic book or something, yeah.
All right, we've gotten this one. The Guardians, $1.40. The total's now 10 flat. The total is definitely dropping here. Steam came in on the under.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of like the under here, right, Ramon? I mean, the way I see this is that you got two teams here that really kind of struggle to hit. Barely getting over 4 runs of offense a game here. Then you have that Guardians bullpen that's been pretty awesome, right? Sitting at 3.52. Also have a little bit of higher K rates with Xavier Curry. So I'm going to go ahead and take the under here.
All right, Mindy says take the under, and how can I disagree? I mean, I love going under in Guardians games. This isn't the best. Maybe more so at home. They're more of an under. In fact, the White Sox have gone over in 5 of their last 6, and the Guardians have gone over in 10 of their last 14. But this total dropping with, 2 pitchers that are, not exactly established. So I think the sharp money, if you want to talk about it that way, sure. You talk about the woeful offenses too. So I guess that could be part of it. But I don't think anybody's running the window to bet Curry or Toussaint here necessarily. The Guardians are a $1.40 favorite. Toussaint 5.40 ERA in his last 4 starts and an 0-3 record. In those starts, Chicago went under in all those 3 starts. So this is a bullpen game pretty much for the Guardians. Minnie mentioned how strong the bullpen is. So sure they'll take care of business. And I was actually going to go under as a premium because I like to do that with the Guardians, but not at
So it's a bonus premium for all you guys.
Yeah, we lost a half a run there. So let's take it on the show here. See what the chat says in this one. Dre says Cleveland in the under. Ron Hahn's ready for football.
What already? He's still probably saying that that the Tigers are going to beat the Chiefs. Week 1.
Fernando thinks Steph Curry could probably pitch in this one.
Right.
Kev Cook, hello. Bionics on the Guardians. There's Nathan talking about Xavier. And Kevin Cook, though, on the White Sox. JD on the White Sox. JJ says Toussaint is unreliable. And he's got that record we mentioned. Okay, Mindy, we're on the under here, and we're going to have some plays, it looks like.
All right.
Shake off the dust from the last 2 days and have a strong Friday.
I think we're ready.
Okay, a little bit of news here in this one. Look at this one with Brewers and Hauser, and then caught me by surprise, Mindy. I missed that the Braves had claimed Yoni Chirinos off of waivers.
Tampa Bay?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, look, we know that Yoni Chirino, he started more as an opener previously with Tampa Bay, not as many times this year, but he just ran out of options. It really wasn't Tampa Bay's intention necessarily to want to give him up, but they just didn't have any more option. You run out of it's a business, Major League Baseball. They have rules and everything like that. So they just had to give him his outright. But interestingly, Atlanta, a team that we know is crushing this season, but they've had some shaky spots in the rotation. They were able to cover up with that awesome offense. They're like, hey, we'll just grab him and we'll start him. Why not? Probably a bullpen game, I'm sure. But, interestingly, that maybe the best team in baseball is grabbing this guy off of waivers and starting him a couple days later, a week later, but nonetheless.
Yeah, and I think that Hauser just beat the Braves. I believe it was like a 4-3 victory, 10 strikeouts there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works out with the Braves, because it's one of those, like, as a pitcher, this is where you want to go, guys that give you run support. But I think I'm going to go on the Brewers here. I'm going to take the big money here in this one, plus 150. I do think it might be a little bit different for Chirinos here in this one versus the Brewers. Again, he does give up 2 home runs a game. He does have that higher elevated ERA here. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays here at home here for the Braves. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Brewers. They've been playing well. I think they're winners of 9 of 13. So going that way today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been good since the All-Star break. And Hauser, he gets it done. The Brewers are 7-4 in his starts. I will note that the Brewers have gone over in just 1 of his 11 starts this season. See the total there at 10. Says under 15. I'm going to give it an update because I think it's fair to move it over minus 115. You look at all the books. I think this one is somewhat moving higher, and I'm not buying it. Look, Hauser, like I said, the Brewers have gone under in 12 of their last 13 games. Hauser's gone under or 1 over in 11 starts. Chirinos, yeah, well, let's see about Chirinos. They probably get into the bullpen or whatever. That's the thing about Chirinos. He can go more than just an inning or 2. He can go into the 3rd, 4th inning sometime. We'll just see what kind of plans the Braves have for him. So I will take the under in this one as my play. Mindy can have Milwaukee.
You can have it.
Well, look, that line is, I'll leave it up there, but the move's definitely on Milwaukee. I mean, the move is on, pardon me. Make no mistake, the move is on Milwaukee. And maybe because it was a high price and, Chirinos is, I don't want to say an unproven commodity. He done an okay job. He had a 4 ERA this year, 4-4 record, 4 starts. So let's see the chat coming in here on this one at all. We've got maybe that was Fernando saying under 9.5 in this one. Not sure on that because like I said, it's up to 10 now. Brett likes the over here in this one, however, going against me. Dre on Atlanta, Fernando on the Brewers, Ron on the Braves. A mixed bag here, it looks like. Rich, good to have you contributing here. Art Tomps here today. Nice to have Art Tomps making some picks here with us on the show. He likes the over. JD on the under. Kev Cook, Brewers. Boy, wouldn't it be great if we had like a poll? No. I do love that. I love that poll, but hey, they got it across the street. All right. Hey, Jim Pritchett's here today. William Dickey's here today as well. Solo. We'll take the Brewers and blame Mindy if it doesn't come in. Oh, no.
That's fine.
Just kidding. Solo wouldn't do that. And this one, I'll take the under. Mindy will be on the Brewers. Here come those Rays. They're taking on the Astros. Good series here this weekend. McClanahan on the road, slight favorite, $1.15 or so. The total is 8.5.
All right. Looks like we might have to go back to do. Did we do the Mets and Nationals? I don't think we did that one, right?
Oh, did I miss one? I'm sorry, Mindy.
Might have missed one, but that's okay. I just wanted to, I don't mind if we keep moving. But which game are we on? Rays Astros. All right.
We're going to go back to pages.
All right. So what do we got here? We got Javier. He has a 4.32 ERA, but pitches much better here at home. Only a 3 ERA, has a 7.5 K per 9 innings, and only allows a 356 slugging percentage to this Rays team. I'm going to go ahead and take the Astros here today in this one, taking them over McClanahan today. His elevated ERA is a little bit, I mean, it's not elevated, don't get me wrong, 3.15 here on the road, but better, I'm saying worse than his 2.89 ERA overall. Go Astros.
Okay, Mindy's going to come in with the Astros here with Christian Javier. Getting a good pitching matchup in this one to roll with this series here. Yeah, McClanahan has not been McClanahan-like of late with a 7 ERA in his last 4 starts, but Javier has struggled too with a 7.5 ERA in his last 7 starts. But Houston 6-2 when Javier starts at home. They've won 8 of 11. The Jays have lost 8 of 10. Let's do it, Mindy. Let's take another one here at a good price with the Astros at home. The Rays got to prove it right now. And the Astros they're getting their offense back. The Rays are definitely in a funk. Sure, McClanahan's as good as any of them, but Christian Javier is just as good as,
Right.
many pitchers. And look, that that ERA is not bothering me too much. I'd be willing to take Christian Javier as a starter, in some, in key games. Maybe he's not having the season there we were expecting, but he's definitely in this rotation. Let's take Houston in this one. All right. Let's see. Get the chats plays here real quick. With Kev Cook on the Astros, Jim Pritchett's on the Astros. Brett will take K-Prop over on McClanahan, solo on the under. And Fernando says, screw it, I'm on the over. Houston and under for Curvin here today. Michael Thompson is here and brings his Houston pick. Here's Bionic on Houston. Dre says Houston money line. Tampa Bay for doubles. And Luis for Astros. I think the Astros got the edge here in the chat. We can go with them here. Doubles says that Cubs game. Maybe doubles were just waiting for the pitching announcement there. On the Cubs game. So let's go back, Minnie. I'm so sorry. With the Washington Nationals. Yeah, I don't know why I would miss this one. But I have it here. Nationals with Mackenzie Gore against Scherzer and the Mets. $1.90, 8.5 over 20.
All right. Well, Mackenzie Gore, he's the one with the higher K rate versus head-to-head on their split. So Gore versus the Mets has a 34.2% K rate. Scherzer, 27.7. I'm going to go with the Nationals here again today on the run line. They got it done yesterday versus the Mets. Kind of feel like offensively, the Nationals here have been doing pretty well. And then Scherzer's been just a little bit shaky. He's given up 14 runs over his last 4 starts there. So I think Washington could get a money line here again today.
Yeah, maybe they can hang in there. They've won 5 of their last 7. Scherzer, a 5 ERA in his last 3 starts. I'm not sure I'm going to join you, though, in this one. Gore, 3.5 ERA in his last 3 starts with a 2-0 record, but I am going to look to go under in this one with these two if it's going to be 8.5. I think I'll try the under here. The Mets have gone over in just 8 of their last 28 games. Washington has definitely been going over of late, but I'm going to trust Max here probably at home. I know you pointed out his number. It does seem to be, better pitcher at home. And Mets, talk about now or never, I guess. I might be never at this point for the Mets. Might be Dunsky. Ron says go over with Max. Brett says he does like the under. Washington Nationals for Thomas. Fernando is on the over. And Luis says give me Washington as well. Jay says they're live. Solo going on the over. I'm on the under here in this one. And Mindy says, sorry about that. JJ, thank you. Fade Buck Martinez, Fade Buck Showalter says, says Solo. Got to be careful with those two, all right, Mindy, on the run line with Washington, I'm on the under. Pick up the action here with the Twins and the Royals with Sonny Gray on the road, minus $1.65 against Stinger. Total 9.5 over, minus 115. In this one, the reported team came in on the under, but I'm showing right now the line is starting to move higher on this total.
Interesting. I don't think it's a bad price for the Twins here at a minus 165 versus the last place team in the AL Central here. So Gray is 2-0 in his starts versus the Royals. Just a 0.82 ERA. Hey, 0.82 ERA versus the Royals, and I'm getting him at minus 165. I'm going to do that. Taking the Twins.
All right. Mindy on the Twins here. Money line at $1.65. I'll give the Royals a little bit more credit than that, I guess. Here,
you always do. You always do.
Well, yeah.
I don't.
I try to say, Singer is better than his 5.5 ERA.
I know, right?
I'll take this. I think I'm taking the under here in this one. I'll take the steam now that maybe the line's going the other way. Maybe I'll trust that. Look, Twins have gone over in 11 of their last 14, but the Royals have gone under in 12 of their last 18 games. And Twins definitely getting things back together here in the second half, getting things going over 500 now. I'll try the under in this one at 9.5.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, I was going premium, I think, with this one, but I don't know about that road price there, $1.65. Royals or whatever, they're playing 25%, but here comes a lot of Twins action with you, Ron Hahn. I think Luis is on the under here. R. Tomps on the Twins. Ha, 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 ha. Do you guys see what I see? Thompson Twins.
Okay. Got it.
But who are the Thompson Twins now? I don't think we think of the music anymore. We think of the new Thompson Twins in basketball, the first-round draft choices. Minnesota run line here for Thomas. Great to get the win, says Ron. Kev Cook on the Twins. Rich Rose likes their pitching. He says, give me the Twins on the money line. Michael Thompson, Twins, run line, Baltimore. Oh, Dre says, give me Minnesota and Bionic on the Twins. Mindy's on the Twins. I'm on the under. Yeah. Okay, so, maybe we don't know what's going on, so makes it kind of tricky here. Mindy just mentioned there that maybe the lines come off the board. I don't see a line anywhere currently, so maybe it will not be Drew Smiley here. Montgomery looks like the starter for sure for Cardinals. You want to take a shot at this one?
Sure. I'm gonna take the Cubs in this one.
Okay.
I still got I got like a opening ERAs. That's kind of it. Not a lot of information here. It was quite the wild one yesterday there with Nicholas making it like a third of an inning perhaps.
You got that one. We nailed that game on the show.
Right, there we go. But yeah, I think the Cubs go ahead and get it done here again today. They're averaging almost 5 runs a game. And if it's Smiley, he's the one that's had multiple scoreless innings. So I don't know who's exactly pitching, but that's kind of what maybe I'm anticipating. So I'm taking the Cubs.
Cubs have now gone over in 16 of their last 20 games. The Cardinals have gone over in 9 of their last 13 games. Montgomery's got good numbers. He just gets no run support when he pitches, but his ERA it's close to 5 in his last 3 starts. He's won 3 straight, or the Cards anyway have won 3 straight at home. We know the Cubs have been hot. I don't know. I thought it was going to be Drew Smiley, so I don't know what.
I'm thinking, but,
Okay, I don't know what DraftKings was listing there. For whatever reason, Cubs are playing well. I kind of want to be on them here as a dog. You just said money line though is fine no matter what, right?
yeah.
Okay, I don't mind the price at all. Cubs better keep it rolling. Still playing their rivals here. I'm with you. I think it will be Smiley. Everything I checked into said it was going to be Smiley. It could, maybe it'll be a bullpen game or something. Maybe Smiley comes in after a couple innings. So tough. I know the chat. There's still some picks here. It's all Cubs pretty much. Here's Thomas on the over. So, all right, not a lot of opinion there, but we'll take it, Minnie. Let's just take the Cubs. But once the line comes up, probably have to wait on this one, it looks like, because I'm not seeing anything right now.
All right.
For the matchup. And if you guys do, let us know. But Contreras, I would imagine getting hit in the head with a head injury. He'll probably be out today. Bionic on the Cubs, Fernando on the Cards. We need Scotch here to tell us what he thinks of the Cardinals.
I thought he was in here earlier. Must have been on break.
He can hear us. Okay. This one, the line is just now finally is starting to come out, even though I don't think Oakland is listing their pitcher, and the Rockies will be favored after all in this one. It looks like, Mindy, as this line now is coming out at several books. So maybe I jumped the gun a little bit, read into it that maybe it could be that Sears could be a road favorite. You remember the first time the Athletics were a road favorite this year. But in this one now, let's call the Rockies $1.20. And the total, let me see here, it is coming in at 11 under 15.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, these two pitchers look pretty, similar here. But again, it's the A's team that has I think they're on like a 6-game losing skid. Colorado, they're at home. I think they're going to go ahead and get it done. I'm going to take the Rockies here in this one, Ramon.
All right, Mindy says take the Rockies against the A's, and hey, Rockies could use some wins, couldn't we all? I mean, the A's could too, but I think the Rockies, I don't know, they actually do play competitive in some spots. I don't know, sometimes they get caught napping against kind of teams like this. So, I love going under with this Rockies team at home, and I think that's the way I'll look in this game. I'm going to go under. Mindy, you can have them. I don't know if I want to take either team in this game.
I currently have the Brewers, and I currently have the Rockies in my back pocket.
Well, Freeland, isn't he? I was looking at something. You probably it's kind of a reverse, not a reverse split. Yeah, well, pitches better on the road than he does at home. That's kind of what bothers me about him. He's got a 5.67 ERA in his last 5 starts. I'll take the under. A's have gone under in 6 of their last 9, and Rockies have gone under in 11 of their last 14. They go under at home quite a bit. And Mindy will take the Rockies. I'll take the under. I think Ron's talking about Smiley up there. Maybe that means he is going to be pitching. We'll see. Yeah. Sears. Fernando said, I think we had the right pitcher in there. There we go. All right. Fernando's on the A's money line here. Leroy on the Rockies. Thomas on the Rockies. Michael Thompson on Colorado. Bionic on the Rockies. Kev Cook on the under. Mindy's on the Rockies. I'm on the under. Here's the Mariners and the Diamondbacks. Logan Gilbert on the road here, $1.30 favorite. The Mariners on the road, a favorite against my guy, Tommy Henry. The total is 9 under 15.
All right. So yeah, Logan Gilbert, he has the worst ERA of the two pitchers here, 3.26 on the road. Like you said, Henry has a 3 ERA. So both of these two guys pitch better on their splits here today. It's just that Tommy Henry allows too many walks for me, too many home runs. I am going to go ahead and take the Mariners today on the road. I'm looking for some run support for Mr. Gilbert. That's where I'm going. Mariners today on the money line.
Look, I like Tommy Henry, but Seattle's won 6 of 7. Arizona's lost 14 of 19. Now, maybe Arizona gets back, get home here. They're a dog. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll be a popular home underdog, but Seattle's starting to click. Gilbert's won. He's got 2.77 ERA and a 3-0 record in his last 4 starts. Seattle's 8-3 on the road with Gilbert pitching. I'm going to try Seattle with you.
All right, there we go.
If we put this game up a month ago, I'd want Henry, no doubt. But right now, Seattle's finding their form. Now, Henry is profitable. They're 10-5 in Henry starts. But again, Arizona has been in a funk here now for about 3 weeks. And I don't know, where are the signs other than getting back home and trying to get healthy? And now you have to play a hot team coming in. So I'll take the Mariners with you in this one at $1.30. Could have been higher. Sure. Mariners are hot. So let's do it. Let's see. I think the chat is going to favor Seattle a little bit, but I think there might be some Arizona. Luis is on the Diamondbacks. Ron's on the Diamondbacks. Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh, here's Solo on the Mariners. Okay, Brett, that's an over K-Prop. Thomas says, give me the Mariners. Bionic, Mariners. This one's back and forth with the chat in this one. Rich Rose has a prop in there. Fernando maybe on the Mariners. Ron Hahn, first 5. Mariners and Fernando on the over here. Yeah, I don't think I'm looking that way, but I'll take the Mariners with you. Let's try the Mariners, the hotter team here.
Okay. I like it.
Series. Okay.
That's Rangers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 6 consensus play.
Okay, good. We need some winners.
Right.
Here. Rangers and Padres. All these Padres starters, they're all hitting their stride, but it hasn't resulted. Okay, I'll cut them some slack. Padres are doing pretty well before that last series, but maybe here, pretty high price. $1.55, 8.5 under 15.
I'm not scared. I'll take Musgrove at minus 155. Right. He's had a 1.80 ERA in his last 4 starts, and that's versus teams like Angels, Mets, Jays. Padres have won 3 of his last, 4 starts. And we know that Dunning, we talk about him, he just hasn't really been very sharp. I feel like I can't breathe. My nose is stuffy, so I apologize. But I'm not going to apologize for the Padres winning this one outright today.
Well, they better win. And if they weren't $1.55, I might take them. I don't know, the price actually. Look, these are the Rangers, don't forget. I don't know,
That's true, but they haven't been as dangerous as they normally are. They have that
big Dunning is definitely on
runs a couple days ago, but other than that.
Yeah, and this is about as, poor of a stretch as Dunning has had all season right now in his last 3 starts. Got an ERA over 6. And Musgrove, you mentioned, has, awesome numbers right now, and the Padres have won 8 out of his last 11 starts. Now, the Padres have lost 3 of 4. I'm not going to take them at the price here against a Rangers team that, maybe they've lost 4 of their last 6, but they're the team that's 17 games over 500. The Padres, they're still lagging with their 5 games under 500. I'm going to take the under in this one with Dunning and Musgrove. Both guys, you look up and down. This is a good pitching matchup today in a in a so-called pitcher's ballpark. Padres have gone over in just 2 of their last 8 games. Rangers have been going over a little bit, but I'm going to take under in this one. Mindy's going to take the Padres. Hope she's right. I hope she is right.
I'll be rooting hard for him.
Luis is on the Rangers. Kev Cook's on the Rangers. Thomas Lewis, Rangers money line. Want to say hello to Andrew and Rosa Lilo Jameson.
Hello.
Welcome. Nice to have you. Bionic says Padres for sure. Yeah, maybe there is. Maybe the Rangers are,
Thomas, that was funny.
I
just started betting baseball, and I can see there's a problem with the Padres. I like that.
Curvin Cardi says Texas here. And Fernando's on the Padres. Padres got a key bullpen guy back the other day in Suarez, but he gave up a home run in his second outing. I'm going to take the under here, Mindy, on the Padres. Okay. Here now, we're almost finished. Oh, we have a few more Reds and Dodgers. Here with Miller going for the Dodgers. Huge favorite here in this one. Miller 225, 9.5 under -115. This one's moving lower on the total.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's going to be different because they're playing in LA, but I kind of remember that last series when the Dodgers went to Cincinnati and had a really hard time against them. And now you have Bobby Miller on the mound with that 5.93 ERA at home. I like the Reds in this one. I almost want to take them on the money line, but I'm going to give myself a run here. I'm going to take the Reds on the run line, about even money, I think.
All right, Mindy says take the Reds tonight on the road against the Dodgers on the run line, plus that 1.5. Mindy. Man, and that still is a high price even for the Dodgers in this one. I'm going to take the over here for sure. How can this one total? The only thing was Dodger games used to never be. I'll spit it out. The totals were never 9.5 in Dodger games, right? If you looked up and down, maybe this was before the DH too, but LA games would always have the lowest total. You always had, of course, the great pitching, and
Good
with the Dodgers, good, right? So Dodgers always have these low scoring, but if you look right now, the Dodgers are absolutely going over every single time, it seems like. The Reds, same deal, maybe more so at home. I don't know. They've actually been going over quite a bit on the road as well. Right now, though, the Reds have totally been going under of late. Dodgers, however, over in 16 of their last 23. Miller's gone over in 6 of his last 7 starts. Mindy will take the Reds plus a 1.5. I'll take the over in this one, 9.5 runs. And we're going to have Kev Cook says, give me the Reds plus 1.5. Luis is on the Reds. Thomas Lewis says Dodgers team total over or under. Bionic says the Dodgers. And Fernando says, give me the Reds and the over. I'm on the over. Mindy's on the Reds run line. Our Tomps says Reds over as well.
Hello.
All right, next up, a couple more here. Red Sox and Giants. Cutter Crawford on the road here against Logan Webb. In this one, the Giants are going to be favored at home minus $1.35, 7.5 over 20.
Ramon, I love this pitching matchup today. Look at these ERAs on their splits, right? Crawford, 2.48 ERA. Logan Webb, 2.02. We have a really good, set of bullpens here in this one. They've done a really nice job. Boston has recorded 3 saves. We have San Francisco with 5 saves. I think this one's definitely going to go under today. I'm going to take under that 7.5 here.
I agree. I think it is going to go under with these two in this one, Webb especially, right? Under in 12 of his 16 starts this season. Boston has gone under in 6 of their last 8, and the Giants have gone under in 7 of their last 10 because their bats are kind of struggling a little bit. So, yeah, Crawford, 4.5 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Boston bats have been taking care of business, so but I'll still come under in this game. Boston's won 15 of their last 20. The Giants having lost 6 of their last 8 games. So I don't know. The Giants a pretty big favorite here. I'll take the under with you at 7.5. It's juiced to the over. I don't know. Maybe it could go higher. But we'll take it right now at 7.5 even money. That sounds fine to me. Let's see what the chat wants to do in this one. This one seems here is
looks like a lot of Red Sox so far.
There we go. Yeah, Luis. Okay.
So the Giants, Bionic on the Giants. Other than that, looks like
okay. I do see a few Giants there. Yeah, I missed a couple of them. So okay, but we'll and over there for Fernando as well, I believe, in this game. So okay, Mindy, we'll take the under in this one at 7.5 tonight with the Red Sox and the Giants. Frankie is going to join us. He says go under as well. One more in the major leagues with the. Let's see. Oh no, that's it.
I was like, I don't have any more, but we could.
Well, you're going to laugh when I tell you what happened. You're going to laugh when I tell you why I said that. It's of course the game that I have listed last is the Nationals and the Mets. For ensure that I actually typed over on the fly when I missed it. I had it at the bottom of the. I don't know why it was there. I mean, we always go in chronological order. I just screwed up.
There's a first time for everything.
Yeah. Oh no! Come on, we've been plenty of errors here. All right, we're getting ready to go out to the WNBA today.
Where are you guys at?
This is it. This is why everyone's here. That's why we have 135 live viewers right at this moment.
Right.
Because for the WNBA, your early look, your first look here on the Morning Steam. We give you the early coverage of the sports betting action, and it's the Lynx and the Liberty. Got some biggest mismatch here on the board. Just want to see if we got the right line at this moment, Mindy. Liberty minus 14, down to 168 here.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that you have Liberty here in a back-to-back. I don't think I've seen that all season long, so I'm not quite sure how this Liberty team is going to respond to that. It's one of those things, we talked about this yesterday. Ramon got the better of me because the Liberty, they're capable of blowing out teams just as easily as they let a lot of these teams settle in and stick with them. Like sometimes they just don't really close them out and just shut the door on them. But I think I kind of have this one modeled out at about the Liberty winning by 10. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Lynx today, plus 4.5. They are 6-2 in their last 8 road games, and they do tend to play a little bit better on the road with their scoring. So that's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to go ahead and take the Lynx. They're 7-2 head-to-head in the last 9. Against the spread in the last 9 as well. So going to take the Lynx.
Yeah, the Liberty are not a good favorite. I think that's the thing for me, Mindy. The Lynx have had some trouble we were cashing with them. Of late, they are giving some back, but I think it's just going to be too many points for me to turn down because the Liberty's 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games, 2-5 against the spread, their last 7 at home. So Minnesota, Liberty's hot, no doubt about it. They're winning. They're winning at home, but can they cover here in this one? And I'm not so sure. I'm going to take the plus 14 with you, with the Lynx. And let's see. Here is Thomas Lewis on the links. Leroy says, give me Liberty in the first half. Thank you. Here's links for our Tomps. Bionics just going to go with us. Zordon's here. Everybody, hello. Nice to see you. And yeah, Mindy mentioned the back-to-backs. And actually, that was one of the players' union. I think they went to the league and said, hey, we can't do this. If we cannot secure these charter, remember the whole deal? If we can't have these charter flights, if we have to, we get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Fly commercial. We know there's different challenges in this league than in the NBA. We get it. But we can't do back-to-backs. Remember, teams were getting stuck in airports and they had to play the next day and stuff like that. So let's take the links here in this one. Back-to-back, maybe it's we'll see if it's a factor in the result here today. But you're right, Mindy. It does not happen in this league practically at all because of the negotiation by the players' union actually to don't do back-to-backs. And if so, look, they're at home. Right? I don't know, were they? Was it a road game? Yes. No, it was home. So. Okay, here's the Wings at home against the Mystics. The Wings are favored by 9. Oh, so we see the Mystics still having their personnel issues, but things are slipping a little bit here. 164.5.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be, a little bit. I don't know if it's going to be a little bit tough for the Wings today. I had to have them winning this one by like 3 or 4. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and go on the Mystics. They are 5-1 in their last 6 games here. I just kind of feel like, sometimes the Mystics have trouble finishing out games, right? I've kind of talked about it. They score like 58% of their points in the first half. So that leaves, not, under 50% in the second half. So they really have to work hard with finishing the game. And I kind of feel like the Wings have kind of dropped off a little bit. It looks like their intensity's down for whatever reason. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Mystics here and hope they have a pretty decent second half, or at least get out to a good hot start. May not win this game, the Mystics, but I think they cover.
All right. Mindy says take the Mystics plus those points. There's no doubt Dallas is a runaway favorite here. They've got a lot of momentum. The Mystics definitely are struggling right now. They, have 2 key players out of the lineup, so it is making things a little bit difficult of late. So Dallas has covered 7 of their last 9, and Washington has failed in 8 of their last 11. But I'm saying that, this spread is getting high. I mean, who would have thought that the Mystics would be getting this many points? I'm going over here in this one. Washington's gone over now in 8 of 11. 8 of their last 11. Dallas has gone over in 4 straight. So give me the over in this one. Mindy will take the Mystics plus 9. One more, Mindy. We'll get you out of here, my dear.
What do we got?
The Storm on the road at the Sky. You can't have a Storm without a Sky. But in this one, the Sky -4, 161.5.
Yeah, I mean, I just have this one modeled out like right at 5. So I have a little bit more variance here with this total. I'm going to go under the one. You said it's like 161 from 164?
161.5. Yeah, 161.5 right now. The total has really been hammered here.
Well, yeah, I like the under here. The under's 4-1. The Storm's last 5. The under's 4-1. The Sky's last 5. I think this one looks like an under game. I think it's going to be hard for me to pick, the outright victor here on this one. Again, I haven't modeled really right on that number. So going to go ahead and take the under.
Yeah, sure. It looks low, but man, it just feels like it's going to be feels like it's really going to be lower than this. You mentioned all those trends. And also, I'll add that the Sky's gone under in 5 of their last 7 at home. So it just keeps getting more and more. There's just indicators.
I wanted that 164. I like that one better.
Oh, no, I get it. Maybe that's why. Hey, look, I like this one under. You liked it under at a bigger number, but I think putting it together can be, putting us over the top in this one. Or under the top, I guess we could say. We're going to go under here, 161.5. I'm in agreement with you here in this one, especially right now. You gave all the trends. Let's just go under. I don't need us. Let's see.
You gave us some trends too.
Well, I gave on the other games, but you gave all the under trends in this game, and I like the game under. And so, I mean, I just use those for talking points sometimes. I mean, I'm just talking about the personnel here in this one. I mean, Chicago is Copper is, a very good defensive player, I think. Tim Humphrey says sky and over. So going against us there in that one, but we're on the under. One of our two plays here in the WNBA. Mindy will get the plays up.
That's right. I gotta do my job.
Yeah, I can't let you go until we get that going. We do want to get Mindy here. Thank you so much, everybody in the chat, and thank you to Mindy for hanging in there with us.
That's so stuffy.
Head on over. Don't worry about it. Don't tell you. Head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off our premium pick packages. Mindy and I are going to get our premiums up here, right here, and our picks for Team Steam. You can get them over at Tony'sPicks.com. We don't mention that much anymore, but you can still get them over at Tony'sPicks.com every day here. So let me show you that, by the way. If anybody ever misses the show or wants to make sure they get those picks, the ones on Tuesdays when we're out there, you just go over to Tony'sPicks.com and go to the Team Steam there. Mindy, we're on the bottom, so we better turn around today. Yeah, haven't been there. I don't think we've been there in months.
No.
So that means we had that crummy day to start the week. But we'll have a good day here. So there are WNBA best bet. What? We got that already in there, Mindy? What are you?
What?
I don't know what's going on there. We better take a look at that. Might have been maybe your pick, maybe ended up on here. We'll see, but it doesn't matter. But anyways, here's the morning steam.
It's probably one of those that I looked at the lines yesterday, and maybe I went ahead and put in like a future game or something.
You were logged in under you. So, but maybe it is one of our plays. We'll see.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's
check out our morning steam. You can get our morning steam plays here every day at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, Mindy's got the plays up. Let's take a look and get us out of here. Thanks a lot, everybody. I'll cover more. We covered the World Series. I just want to get Mindy out. So let's just show the plays and thank everybody. We'll catch you on Saturday. More morning steam. Baseball from Mindy and I. Phillies money line, Yankees money line, Guardians under, Astros money line, Cubs money line, Mariners money line, Giants under. Thank you, Kay. Great to see you. Here comes those WNBA plays and WNBA links plus 14.5 Sky game to go under. Double says, how about the CFL tonight? Mindy, I was so confused this week. I gave out tonight's CFL game yesterday on the show.
Is that what it was?
There's always a game on Thursday. I didn't even look at it, so I just doubles. If you can go back and I'll just tell you, I don't have a graphic for it. But I did give out on the show yesterday. Ottawa, there's been a move, by the way. So I will just at least mention it because there's been actually an update since I gave out the pick. It's not going to affect my pick any, but it has affected the move of the game. Hamilton's backup quarterback they'll say that he is scheduled to return. Bo Levi Mitchell, a pretty okay quarterback, but he's not scheduled to start. It still caused the line to move drastically in the direction of the Tiger Cats are now favored just by 1 point. So or maybe 2. I'm going to take Ottawa, though, and lay 2 points. I laid 3.5 yesterday. I'm willing to lay 2.
Right.
He might not even play. He's not scheduled. So thanks, Mindy. Great job. Way to hang in there. Catch you guys tomorrow with more.
Try the cat laying by my head at night. That's what
morning steam. For Mindy Hahn, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.